Aloha! Welcome to Weekly Wise from the island of Kauai, Hawaii.
Woohoo!
We are here at the Sheraton Resort in Waipu and having a wonderful time of our lives here. And it has just been an amazing experience already. We've only been here a few days. We're here for the week and just having a wonderful time.
It's true. We're having so much fun and tons of breakthrough, which, as some of you know, is some of our favorite things to do. And we had this really fun idea that we would get everybody that came with us to come and speak and share with you some of their why as it applies to Hawaii. And as it turns out, it's dinner breaks. And so we're going to just make do. And the people who we do have ready to share and speak to us are wonderful, and so we're so excited about that. And we'll just see how this goes. I'm sure it will be lovely and fun, and nothing can go wrong because we're in Hawaii. So get your island spirit on, relax, drink something, I don't know, pineapple-y or something, and enjoy Weekly Wise with us.
You bet. So first we're going to have Scott and Jelaine Me share a little bit about their experience with you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Mela Kaliki Maka.
Yeah, what she said. That's it.
Yeah. So why? Well, let us explain. Because we are limitless, and you know what? So are you. And what that means is that we are working on some of those fears that hold us back, and we call it a breakthrough. And so today we broke through. I did, rappelling down a waterfall, gorgeous, beautiful Mother Earth waterfall, and that was frightening to me. So I did it, and I feel really refreshed, really epic, and just really good. So that's what Limitless is about, is just helping us be the best that we can be. And thank you for this opportunity to allow me to share with you what Limitless means and how epic you are and how epic more that you can be. Aloha.
Really appreciate this time to visit with you for a minute. We think a lot of Bonnie and Matt. They're awesome people, and we've had a lot of fun getting to know them. The why that we are here, we haven't been involved with Limitless for long, but I'll tell you, the proverbial, it's changed our lives. It has, and more importantly, it will continue to do so. The things that we're learning on breakthrough therapy and how we get through some processes to clear ourselves from some of the experiences in our lives that we pull behind us in our little red wagon that really don't serve us. So we learn how to go within, get to source, get aligned, and turn those things into something that really can serve us much better. So we're learning some really amazing new tools and processes here on the island this week with Chris and Gerald and all the gang. And well, it's the tribe, actually. This is the Limitless tribe, and we're happy to be a part of it. So that's the why. We're very grateful. We would suggest that anyone that might be interested, please give this a look or a listen. I know when you're within the energy of this program, it's amazing. You have clarity for the purpose in your life that perhaps you've never seen before. A big, wide view of your limitless possibilities. So anyway, aloha. Hope you have a good one, and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mies. Appreciate your words. This is great. So that is the Me family. Next we have up Bill and Debbie Hackett from Ogden, Utah. Take it away, guys.
Aloha!
Aloha!
So Hawaii has been a great place for Bill and me to vacation over nearly 40 decades of our life together. We were first on Kauai in 1977.
That's right.
And it was a great first experience. But for us to come back with our Limitless tribe has been utterly amazing. The breakthroughs and the experiences that we had yesterday helped us, or helped me personally, to feel released from years of baggage. And I feel like a whole new person. And Limitless experience has been that way in general. It has been one that enables you to rise to your full potential. But a big part of that is being able to get rid of your past.
Well, she kind of said it all. It's sort of hard to build on that, but you know, the reason why both of us are here is because we want a better life, and I think everybody wants a better life, but we don't often know how to achieve it, how to get it. And one of the best ways to get it that I found is to be with people that you love and trust. And we have a community here with us that helps us to grow as people, lead fuller lives, enjoy our lives more, spend more time with our families and friends. And so that's really the main reason why I'm here. I've been here many times before, but I've never been here with a group of people like this before. So.
And last night, we had an experience. I won't go into the details, but part of it included swimming in the ocean at night. I grew up in Southern California, close to the ocean. I have never gone swimming in the ocean at night before. And it was a really unique experience. It taught you the value of trust, and then it also helped you concentrate on the feeling of floating in the ocean and letting the ocean carry you as a very light being. It was tremendous.
So if you combine the magic of Hawaii with the magic of the Limitless program and the magic of the people that participated in the Limitless program as part of our tribe, you kind of got this trifecta of some pretty amazing stuff going on. So I just wanted, anybody who's watching this, I just wanted to encourage you to think seriously about joining us, because you won't regret it.
Thank you. So I know that the people that we've invited to watch tonight and the people who've joined us for Weekly Wise in the past, there's a wide range of how much you know about what we're doing with Limitless. Some of you, I don't think we've mentioned it at all, and others of you are part of the tribe and have joined us quite a bit. So if you are interested in learning more about what we're talking about, if some of these friends are saying things that you're interested, or if you just want to come on the next vacation with us
To Bali
in June, then just let us know and we'll answer the questions that you have and share with you some of this powerful belief breakthrough magic that Matt and I also have a whole lot to say about that. But next, we're going to turn the time over to the Denobelists. Many of you may remember from this summer, Marianne joined us and spoke to us. She was a lot rounder at the time, and now this is what came out of that experience.
Isn't it great when you lose weight and a baby comes?
It's so fantastic. So I'm going to turn the time over to Marianne, Anthony, and baby Charlie.
Thanks, Bonnie. Hey, guys.
Hi.
How's it going? I bet that's awesome. So we are awesome. We are here in Hawaii, and I was just talking to Anthony, and I was thinking, you know, my coolest takeaway from this moment is being in love. I mean, I'm in love with my husband. I'm in love with my baby. I'm in love with experience. But on a deeper level, I'm literally inside love. It's a place I'm in. It's the state of mind I'm in. I am inside love, and that's this whole place I operate from.
I agree. It's being part of Limitless has been transformational. For me, I suffered from an addiction, pornography and sex addict for the last 20 plus years. And the principles taught in the Limitless program, the belief breakthrough, and the self-mastery has brought me to a place that it saved our marriage. And right now, being in Hawaii together, completely and absolutely in love and connected, is phenomenal. And before we came to Hawaii, we were good. We're progressing, we're on our way. And being here in Hawaii, where with the people we love, surrounded by our team, it's been transformational. We're walking away more confident in our marriage, more confident in ourselves, me more than ever, confident in my ability to move forward and conquer the addiction that I've had for so many years.
You know, next time we go on a trip, we'd love to have you with us. We are so grateful that you're watching this. We want to see you part of the tribe. We want to see you part of this community. We want to see you here on the beautiful beaches with us. When we go to Bali, do anyone there. And being part of the tribe is such a huge family. It's such a huge support system. It's really heaven on earth. And I don't care what theology you ascribe to. There's a tangible amounts of love available here. Acceptance is here. Judgment is checked at the door. It's just this beautiful building and community of ye lift me and I'll lift thee and we'll ascend together.
And for those of you who know about Limitless or don't know about Limitless or don't know about Strongbook or don't agree with some of the things we're doing, becoming part of the tribe, meeting people like Bill and Debbie Hackett and
the Parkses, because they're awesome.
Because they're awesome. The team, the family, because it really is a family. The people you meet that become your support group, that alone is worth getting to know us. Because it is. We check all judgment. Not even at the door. There is no judgment.
We don't pick it back up on the way out.
We never pick it back up. I have shared the deepest, most horrible parts about myself with everyone in our tribe, and there's nothing but love and support for Marianne and for me and our marriage to just get bigger.
Imagine, yeah, I was just thinking, imagine being in this community where you could like dump all your garbage and still everything only shows through as the best in you. Everyone sees the best in you even after you dump your garbage.
Literally tell people the deepest, darkest secret you can never tell anybody. The deepest, darkest things that you can never tell yourself. That it can come out in this group of people, and they will surround you and hug you and love you and
we'll come around and surround you and love you.
We will surround and hug and love you.
It's just in love. Be in love today. That's our message for you. Be inside of love today and operate in love today.
Love yourself. Love your spouse. Love the people around you. Just let yourself be in that state of mind.
Love you.
Charlie, love you.
Say bye.
Limitless babies. I love it. Thank you. So if you're at home and you're thinking, okay, that's really super cool that they're having that great experience, but I can't go to Hawaii, but I'm not interested in this or that. Let's see if there's anything that's interesting and appealing to you, because there are so many people from so many backgrounds who are finding great value in this tribe. So you can, like Anthony and Marianne said, share your inner self, things that you want to share but have never felt safe to share, and to heal those parts of you that are hurting and wounded and broken. This is the perfect place for that. You can also come here if you really want a support system. You have some goals and some dreams and you don't know what to do and how to move forward, or you just are lacking the motivation and you just want someone to be there with you, cheering you on and helping you set goals, helping you have accountability. That is here in this tribe. Or maybe you're kind of lonely and you want some people to be with. You want people that will just love you, just like they said. I was amazed as I was watching, even though I've been part of the tribe for as long as I have, that there's a couple that came here that I never met one of them until she came to Hawaii. She had never come to anything with Limitless before. And she just feels like home to me. I don't know how she's feeling, but to me it feels like it's home to have her here. You just come and join us, and anyone who wants to come and play just is so welcome to come and be with us. And then for me, I think all of those things have been incredible to me. But even more than that, it's what I get to take home with me. So I love being here. It's vacation. It's everything marvelous that you want on a trip. I get to take him home with me. Yes.
A whole new me.
A whole new him. I literally buried the old Matt in the sand, and this is a new Matt. So pretty excited to see what that's like. So it's all that fantastic thing that vacation always is. But even more than that, when I go home, I'm different. Every time I go to a Limitless event, it's like I come home and say, Matt, now this is the new Bonnie. I reintroduce myself. And this time as I go home, I get to love my children like I never have before. Because that's one of the things that I've broken through and changed. To love them unconditionally. For so long, I thought that the children had to change in order for the house to go, to the home to run smoothly. I thought that they had to get to the stage where they didn't have tantrums anymore, or they just had to obey so that I could think I was a good parent, or blah, 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 blah. All those things I thought and was showing up that way. And now I get to go home and absolutely love them and think that they are perfect no matter what they do. And that is going to make a happier me. That's the point. I'm not going to stop giving them instructions. It's just to help me be a happier me. Because for so long that was a source of frustration for me. No more. It doesn't have to be anymore. Those are the kinds of things that I get out of Limitless, the reasons why I can't stop coming and participating. I absolutely love to be here. The beach, the Hawaii vacation is absolutely icing on the cake. It's fantastic to play, and frankly, that's one of the breakthroughs I needed too, to be able to just play better than I've done before, and just relax and enjoy myself. So that's fantastic. But for me, it's about changing my life to find greater joy and meaning and purpose to live my dreams.
Awesome. So good. And she talked about burying me in the sand, and I got the chance to do the same with her, and just amazing experiences that are facilitated for us in ways that enable us to really have a shift of mind, to have an emotional experience that attaches with a new mindset, so that it burns it in, and it actually creates lasting change, not something that, oh, we go home and, oh, it wasn't that nice. No, it's something that creates lasting change. And for me, that also is related to being a father. That going home, I want to make sure that I am exemplifying and teaching what I want to leave my children. I mean, my oldest is 8 right now, and we have 4 kids. They're adorable children. And they have no way of knowing right now what of them is for me, and what message I want to leave to them, what legacy I want to leave to them. And that became clear to me while we were here. And so that's going to be a focus of mine going forward, is making sure that I have created whatever I need in place so that they can have that clear sense of, this is what comes from Dad. This is what Dad really wants us to know and live by. And how many of us grow up and say, well, this is what my dad taught me. One lesson I did learn from my dad is when he was in a very troubled situation financially with his business. Everything was going wrong, and you're photobombing us.
I know.
We're going to invite you to speak next.
Yep, you're up next, okay?
This man and this lady, unbelievable. Great people.
Stay here for a minute.
Yeah, you're on deck.
Okay. My dad had this. It just was in this really hard time in his business, and some people asked him, Lyle, why don't you just declare bankruptcy? It would serve you, just declare bankruptcy at this point. And his response was, my dad never taught me that. His dad taught him a sense of honesty that was so core through him that meant, I work to pay off anything that I owe. I work so diligently, I'm going to create whatever I need to create to make sure that I pay the people that deserve payment from me. And it wasn't necessarily his fault, the situation that he had got in, but he took responsibility for it anyway. That's the things that we learn from our parents, and we own that in our lives. It makes a big difference. That's something I get to own to pass on to my children. That was just some of the experience here for me. So next we'll have our wonderful photobombing Gary Norris come on up and share a little bit about, for him, why he's part of Limitless, why he's here in Hawaii, and the amazingness that is him.
Really? Can I sit by you? Why do you guys just stay here?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Because it's not going to be very long, but I'd be happy to say something. So I'm just running along the beach, watching this Polynesian guy go lighting all the torches, blowing his little horn. He's lighting the tiki torches, and I'm standing behind you, and you're trying to make a video. And I
It's weekly
really
wives
apologize.
time.
And then I realized they're doing their weekly wives.
Yep,
This is
yep.
awesome. So I just realized something today while my hotel room door is not that far from the water of the wonderful beach of Hawaii. And I thought, I wonder how far it is. So I walked it today. And I was so disappointed to find out that it actually took me 335 steps to go from my door to the hotel clear to not the sand, but the water. And I was just sad. I'm like, it should be less than 300 steps. And I want my money back. I want a refund. This is the kind of life I'm living. Just kidding. So, but truly, I was thinking about that today, and I made a little video on that. I posted it on Facebook. We really sometimes complain about the funniest things in life when we have so much, and when something's not going our way, we just get things that take up space in our mind. They can veer us off track. A bad moment, a bad hour, a bad day, a bad week, a bad year, a bad marriage, a bad family, a broken marriage, a broken home, a bad business, and it all starts with really decisions that we make and thoughts that enter our mind that then decision that we may make. So you asked about Limitless and what it means and why I'm part of this amazing program called Limitless, and it really is one reason, and it was a decision. And it was a decision I made that I made for myself, and Matt and his wonderful wife are very aware of that decision. There was many different things, but the decision of realizing I'm in bad, ill health. And my dad died 4 months ago, yesterday actually. And at his funeral on August 5th, I realized that I'm looking at myself in not very many years if I don't do something about it. And for years, I knew I was out of shape. I'm 290 pounds. My dad's out of shape. The last several years of his life, he wasn't able to really walk other than from the wheelchair to the door of the van or to his recliner or to the toilet, really. And I look back 26 years earlier when my dad was my age, and he was in far better shape than I am today. And it really kind of hit home. And I finally made a decision for myself. And that decision was, I choose to live. Me. Not my wife wants me to be more healthy. My kids need a father that's going to be around. I really realized I want to live. And I decided then and there to make that decision. Limitless and their program really helped me gain the accountability and the commitment I needed for myself to move forward. And fast forward, it's been 4 months and a couple days, and I've dropped 53 pounds, 54, something like that. We just had Thanksgiving. I'm in Hawaii. There's no scale. Maybe it's 50 pounds, but I'm on this journey to lose 108 pounds, and I'm halfway there in 4 months. And a lot of that is the Limitless program. A lot of that is just taking the beliefs that we have about ourselves and our garbage and breaking through those and creating new beliefs that serve us, which you're masters at doing with people, and doing your own belief breakthrough work for yourself. And I know because these people are next to me on treadmills at 5 a.m. in the morning and have been for a couple months now. Sometimes they're both together. Sometimes one stays home with the kids, the other one's there. And sometimes they get babysitters at like 4:40 in the morning, which is amazing. So they both could be at the gym. But it's been an amazing journey. In fact, just as I was walking down here at our hotel, 4 months ago, this would have really ticked me off. But I just realized how happy I am. The hotel elevator has a patch across the button that says out of service. That would have really ticked me off because my room is on the 4th floor and it's 48 steps to the top. And I'm like, bring it, baby. I go up and down that 5 times a day. And I don't even care. I'm not out of breath. It is amazing. And it was just one of those things I noticed just as I was walking here. And I'm like, I'm going to take a selfie of me with that picture of out of service on the elevator because that's a moment of celebration for me. Something that simple that I realized, there was a time that would have made me upset. And now I'm like, this is actually a time to celebrate that. Who needs elevators when you have 2 able legs that can get you up the stairs, and it's a healthy thing to do. So This is why I do Limitless.
Thank you, Gary. I love it. Well, the thing that I love about what Gary said is it's those little tiny things. We talk about these big, epic, life-changing experiences, and they are, But some of the reason for me why it's life-changing is those little tiny things that you're at home and you realize, oh, that thing used to bug me so much. And then for 3 hours I'd be annoyed, and then I'd have to tell my husband or whatever the pattern is for you. And just little things like that, you just get to realize, I don't act that way anymore. I don't feel that way anymore. That doesn't bother me anymore. Or if it does, I know how to just get out of it, get over it, deal with it in a way that's really constructive. That's not just bury it back down, but really heal and deal with it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, love that.
Can I leave your couch?
You are welcome to, but thank you for joining us on
You're
our couch.
welcome. You guys are awesome.
Very much appreciate
And you guys are awesome too.
Lynette.
Okay.
Hey,
Go,
Matt.
go ahead. I had something I wanted to do. So I wanted to pick this up.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome. I wanted to pick this up too and just give you a little taste of what it's like to be with us in Hawaii. And I'll talk to you a little bit here. We're right here poolside in a cabana. It's actually raining right now. It's this light sprinkle that honestly is divine. It feels so great. So here's the pool. We got a hot tub right next to the beach. This beautiful beach here in Hawaii. Torch is lit. It's absolutely a fabulous experience to be here. And get this back situated for you. So what part of what our activities are designed also to give us those emotional experiences I was talking about. Today, as you heard someone talk about, we rappelled down waterfalls. A 30-foot and a 60-foot waterfall. It was the experience of a lifetime. I had so much fun doing that. It is something I never even thought I would do, to rappel down. If you can imagine a 60-foot waterfall and you're there, hooked to a line, halfway down, you're looking up and you got water pounding down on you, and you look down and you see the pool of water below, and what an amazing experience it is just to pause and feel that, just the amazing experience of the connection of, this is my life. I get to do these amazing things. I am so blessed to be part of this earth. Tomorrow we're doing zip lines, in which we get to zip line and drop off into a lagoon. And later we're tubing down the mountain. Just amazing, wonderful things. So why do we want you here with us? One, because these are amazingly fun experiences. They're bonding experiences. They create this community, this family that is so fun to be a part of. These friends that are sharing with you. And also because of the effect that it has on our lives. What we come home with. Those little things that create big things. It's from the small and simple that the big things in our lives, the big changes in our lives occur and happen. So next up, we have Lynette Tomlinson. And she is going to come up and just share a little about for her, why she's here, why she loves being a part of this Limitless, and what the impact is for her. So Lynette, come on up. Just right here, have a seat.
Wait, no, you can come back.
I'm happy to sit here with you, by all means.
What I'm sharing.
Just what about Limitless attracts you? What is it that you believe in enough to say, hey, I'm going to invest the time and the effort to be here in Hawaii with this group. I'm going to invest the time and money and effort to be a part of Limitless and the tribe. And what does it mean to you?
It means connection. It means family. It means friends. It means people who will hold this space for you to get to achieve what you want to achieve.
So what does that mean specifically for you? What is it that you want to achieve that Limitless is helping you achieve?
I just really started this whole thing.
Great.
Connection. Instead of showing up fake with the mask, with avoiding people because, oh, I can't talk to so-and-so or I can't talk to so-and-so. You can be real. And you can show up with all your stuff. Your stuff comes out. And they hold space for you. That's awesome.
Now wait, you're not the first person to mention that. Feeling of, it doesn't matter how you show up or who you are, you can be authentic throughout your show, and people will still put their arms around you, give you a space of love, lift you up, and help you say, okay, so if that's where you're at, how do we make life better? How do you use it to make life better?
It's not the Facebook page. This is what my life looks like, and this is what I'm going to pretend and show you.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's real.
Very real. Awesome.
Come! It's fun!
Awesome. Thank you, Lena.
Welcome.
Appreciate it very much.
Back to Bonnie. Back to Bonnie. Here it comes. So did we mention, I think I mentioned, but I really want to make sure and mention that if you want to like learn more about this and join Limitless and be a part of it, that doesn't mean you have to come to Hawaii. I mean, well, we're not coming to Hawaii again. We're coming to Bali next time. But it doesn't mean you have to go. I'm not going to twist your arm and tell you you have to go to a tropical island to have your life change. But if for some reason that's not something you're wanting to do or not something you feel able to do at this time, there's lots of ways to participate in Limitless, from absolutely free, even a few options where you can just stay at your own home participating, to as much involvement as you possibly could want. Really, there's so many opportunities and so much life-changing. I know there's lots of things out there that say they change lives, and a lot of them really, really do. This is just one really, really fantastic, fun, open, warm, loving, really, really, really awesome way to have your life change.
One of the biggest ways that, at least I feel, for us, it has changed is our connection. You know, it's been mentioned from others this evening, the connection that we have. But how would you say, do you feel like Hawaii is affecting our connection?
Oh my goodness. It's magical in Hawaii. We've just had a really great time. I mean, some of it is just being away from home, being without our normal responsibilities. But a lot of it's the complete breakthrough work. We've just had a marvelous time together.
We've been working on improving. We've always had a good marriage. I feel like that's safe to say. We've always had a really good marriage. But in the last 6 months, the connection that we've had has been growing and growing and growing in ways that it never had before. And this excursion here in Hawaii has been just another like springboard for us. It's just being together all the time in this amazing, luxurious place, getting to experience some real luxury. It's brought us together in a new way, and I just absolutely love it. So
I feel like I just want to say too, I hope that as you're listening, you know that the reason that we really want to share this is because of really what it means to us. There's money-making opportunity, and I don't think there's a thing in the world wrong with that. But for me, Matt and I have been doing Strongbrook-related things, trying to build the business and make money and share with people and benefit them, and all of those things for a few years now. And for a long time, for me, it wasn't worth it to get involved. I would just go to meetings sometimes, kind of support him. I was glad we were doing real estate and that it was blessing us personally. And I knew it could bless a lot of people, but it wasn't motivating enough for me to share it. As some of the mentoring that we've been talking about each week, Weekly Wise, with the mentoring network has evolved, and then especially since Limitless began just a few months ago, it gave me this new purpose and motivation to share things that I hadn't shared before, to step out there, because I believe in it that much. It's really from our hearts that we are sharing this, that we just really want to help people to have happier lives. We see so many people who are not happy with their lives, who are not happy with their jobs, who are not happy with their relationships, who wish their kids and their boss and their blah, blah, blah would change, who just aren't happy and don't know how to get there. People who are doing a lot of the right things, really are doing really good right things, and just not happy. And for me, that's what it boils down to. That as we learn, and it's not like as we go on vacation, it's not like as we go away from responsibility, we learn that we can be happy. I mean, it's relaxing, it's lovely, it's important to take a break. But it's as we take full responsibility for our lives, that we're happy. That's some of the things we were learning about yesterday, is taking full responsibility for everything in your life. To realize I created this life because of the things that I believe and the things I perceive, the things that I attract and invite into my life. I create my life. And when we can take that kind of responsibility, our freedom just shoots on through the roof. We can just change anything that we don't like or anything that we don't want by taking responsibility for our life. And I've really, really seen how that is true. And I'm really trying to learn to do that better and better in my life. And as I do, I've been happier and happier and happier.
To say it's lit a fire in Bonnie would be an understatement. She's shown up in a huge way around Limitless in the last few months since we got. And I very much agree with her. For me, there is purpose in making money and in building funds, because that's an important part of providing an aspect of life. And it's important to have value exchange so that we know the value to place on the different things that we have in our lives and such. So and I like to talk about that. I've done a weekly wise talking about that. So I won't expand on that more here. But there always has to be a why bigger than money. Money just is not a big enough long-term motivator to make people do the things that they want to dedicate their life to.
It's like our mentor, Chris Crone, that we get to hear from a lot at Limitless, says it's not money that people want, it's what you do with the money that people want.
Right, exactly. And so for us, for me, it comes down to the core concepts of what are the right questions to ask? What questions could we ask differently that could make our lives better? Because I believe that the quality of our questions impact and create the quality of our lives. I also believe that one of the fundamental purposes of our lives here on Earth, on this planet, is to, sorry, I got distracted for a moment. One of the fundamental purposes, fundamental characteristics of the purpose of our life is lifelong learning. It's a nice phrase, lifelong learning, but what does it mean? To me, it means learning to ask better questions. It means learning to take that 100% responsibility. Because anytime we're out of 100% responsibility, we're in a state of victimhood. And anytime we're in a state of victimhood, we can't change our results. So taking responsibility for everything that is ours in our life, it makes a huge, wonderful difference. It helps us own that happiness. What is the purpose of education? To build our character. For me, it is to build my character and to have both from study and from experience, what all that I need to live the life mission that God has given me on this earth, that He's let me opt into, really. And that is just a huge blessing for me. So that's why the way we talk about this. That's why Limitless, for me, means so much. Limitless is about getting that kind of an education. We're not talking about training. Training is important, and we do get training at Limitless, but we're talking more fundamentally about education. How do we become the people that we need to be?
Well, I was going to see Gary Heaton wanted to come speak.
Hey, Gary, come here.
He just came and then he was wandering off, and I was thinking, let's get him
You're
on
going
here.
to come share.
So introducing Gary Heaton.
Come sit down.
All
Have
right.
a seat. So this is Weekly Wise, as you know, and just share with us for a moment, why Limitless for you? What do you believe in so much that would motivate you to dedicate the time, the money, the energy of being engaged with Limitless and showing up in Hawaii with this group?
Well, I love Belief Breakthrough. I'm kind of new to it, but it's amazing to think that we grow up, as little kids, and we've learned that little children are great observers, but they're poor interpreters, and we take different things that happen to us as kids, and we believe something about what happened about ourselves, and it's usually not true, and we let that program run our lives. And when we get to be adults and we're trying to build businesses, we're trying to, be amazing parents, we have these stupid beliefs that we think are beliefs, and we hold them and cherish them, but they're false. They're, based in I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, and we learn to trace those back to these experiences that kids have. And when you're able to overcome that belief and accept a new belief that says, yeah, I can do that. I can do hard things. I can build a profitable business. I can be an amazing parent and still have my kids misbehave. And I can get along with all kinds of people, even though they may trigger me. And I like Matt because he's a very spiritual man. And something that I've learned that is very powerful is that in the scriptures, when the Lord was on the last day that he was alive, he was around the table at the Last Supper, and he said, one of you will betray me. Now, these were 12 men that had been with the Savior for, a period of time, and not one of them turned around and says, oh, I'll bet it's that guy. Oh my gosh, I'll bet it's Judas. Oh, it's probably Matt. No, each of them came to the Lord individually and said, Lord, is it I? And I've been thinking about that, and I know that what we're learning is true because these 12 men had been with the Lord had taught them truths. And the only place that we have power to change is ourselves. And because those men had been with the Lord, they knew. They had been with the Lord long enough that they had learned that, no, I can't look outside and find the truth. I have to look inside. And so each of them came, and I didn't know that scripture, and so I had to look at it, and it says individually, each one of these men came and said, Lord, is it I? And so when something happens in our life and we get triggered, or we get, somebody says something that we don't like, the first thing that we need to do is it I? Look inside ourselves and find out what we need to change about our beliefs, about ourselves, instead of looking outside. Because that's where we need to be inward type of people and not looking at the evidence, but start from the inside and go out instead of looking what we have and then trying to form an opinion or a belief based on that.
Thank you, Gary. I love that. That reminds me of a quote from a religious leader that he recently was talking about that very scripture, that passage, and he said, got to get the quote in my head. The beginning, seeing ourselves clearly, is the beginning of wisdom. And just what you said right there, what you shared, to me was you were explaining that very thing. It's about seeing ourselves clearly. And that's the beginning of wisdom. That's the beginning of making the difference in our lives and creating the different results, creating the impact that we want to have. So, Gary, I want to ask you one more question, if you don't mind. How has, I know one thing for you that has had an impact in your life is the word commitment in the last while. So, can you share with us just for a moment what is different about commitment to you? 6 months ago, what did it mean to you versus what does it mean to you now? How's that impacted you? And what does it? What's the difference?
Well, my idea of commitment was, I could do hard things, but I would do them, and then when things would get tough, sometimes I would, justify maybe not following through, saying, oh, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was, not cut out. And I would let those limiting beliefs start playing a role. And I have since, and I'm not done yet. I'm still working, on Carrie, but I'm much better, and I'm now aware. There's another quote that says 70% of the, being aware of something is 70% of the solution. And now I'm aware, and I can catch myself when I have those limiting beliefs and say, no, you made a commitment. This is just a limiting belief, and it's a lie. And I can keep that commitment better. So yes, I'm better at keeping commitments.
Awesome. That's great. Cool. Gary, thank you.
Hopefully that was
You bet.
Something.
Appreciate you being with us.
that.
Have another.
All right. Would you come introduce them?
Yeah. Oh, which way am I going? Sorry. All right. I recruited a few others. Eric and Becky Barney. They're gonna come in.
Say no.
You're allowed to say no. It might just be Becky Barney.
Let's come say hi.
All right. Perfect.
Come sit on the couch.
Not saying yes.
We're like introducing you slowly,
Say hello.
getting you stuck.
So
All right.
why have you chosen? What is it that you believe, or what is it that drives you to say, hey, I want to be a part of this Limitless community, this tribe, this group, so much that I'm going to come to Hawaii with this group of people. I'm going to go out of my way, take a week off. I mean, yes, Hawaii is awesome, but to actually invest the time to spend it with this group instead of doing it on your own.
You can read on your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
What would drive you to do that? What's your why?
Well, my why is to just be closer with my wife and make a nice, strong connection with my wife and with our tribe as we're playing. And I was going to
He
run out.
says connection
I was
and
running
he
out.
scoots over.
And I was making sure he didn't. I'm here really to make connections with my husband and learn to really release those things that hold me back from achieving or stepping into my power. And Limitless is a great way to do that.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for
Aloha.
sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Another thing we do at Limitless is stretch, and so that was really awesome because I was kind of sneaky about getting Eric to stretch. So thank you very much.
Yeah, comfort zones are best expressed when they are stretched.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we try to not stay in our comfort zone very much because it just stays little if we stay in it, and then as we step out of it, it grows and grows and grows, and things that we never thought we would do before we do. Face fears and
Like rappelling down waterfalls.
yes. I used to have this fear of heights, but I don't know where it was because today I was rappelling down a waterfall and it didn't even show up. The fear didn't even come. So that was a super cool experience for me.
She did really well. It was awesome to watch her. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, let's check out.
So we keep talking about belief breakthrough, and at home you might be thinking, what does that even mean? What does that look like? So I really just want to give you a teeny tiny appetizer sized taste of what we're talking about. So if you will please indulge me, I'm not going to make you sit on a couch in front of the camera like I just did to Eric. You're at home, indulge me in one little tiny stretch. So unless you are driving, if you will just close your eyes, put your feet both on the floor, and take a deep breath. This is how we start Belief Breakthrough every time. Just like this. Look, isn't Matt doing it perfectly? The idea is we want to get the answers that are inside of us. I believe that we have the answers to our questions. The answers that we need are right inside of us at all times. And so we want to access those answers. Not find the answers that we've been working with in our memory and in our brain that has been getting us the results that we have, but the answers that are deep inside of us that are the real truth that would help us be the best person we can be. So we're accessing that highest and best person.
Which happens by asking better questions.
Yes. So I'm going to just show you a few little questions that we can ask. There are many belief breakthrough questions that we ask. And as a whole group, I'm just going to ask these few questions right now. So just take one more deep breath. And whatever answer is the first one that comes up for you is the perfect and just right answer. And my first question is, what is one area of your life that you would love to improve? Just hold on to that answer. Yes, that one, the one that came up that you're wondering if that was really the answer, that is the real answer. And I have just one more question. We're not going to do a full breakthrough, but this is some of what belief breakthrough looks like. What is the very next thing that you can do to improve that situation? If you got an answer, fantastic. If you were still not quite recognizing it, I'd like to invite you to spend a little bit more time tonight asking yourself those two questions and find what the answer is, and then commit to do it, to do that one thing. And so, Matt, do you want to share? Did you get something you want to share or not this time?
Sure. What came up immediately for me was to improve my relationship with Bonnie. And it's been improving like crazy. So I was kind of surprised that that would be what to focus on, but that was immediately what came up. And the answer was focus on how I can show up for her that will make her Hawaii experience delightful. So,
I like it.
No, this was not planned. A planted question. I didn't know she was
so
going to lead us to
awesome.
this. I didn't know that was going to be my answer. But I want to be mindful and aware and asking and focus on how can I make Hawaii, the full Hawaii experience this week, just epic and awesome for her.
That is so exciting. So my next invitation for you is, would you please, 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 just leave a comment on our event page here on Facebook and just say, if you want to share what came up for you, what your one next step is. You don't have to give me any more details than that. Or if you don't even want to share that, to just say, I did what you invited me to do. Or as an alternative to even that, so 3 choices, what your next step is, or just say, I did it. Or the third one would be what you would be doing right now if you were in Hawaii. This is not to rub it in. In fact, it's an invitation to invite you to a lovely space where you are pretending like you are there. And
Here.
What am I saying there? To pretend you are here and to think about what experience you would have and then feel the feelings that would be associated with it. So if your answer is swimming in the ocean, pretend like you're swimming in the ocean. What would it feel like? How fantastic would it be? Why would it be great? And invite those really fun feelings and move forward with your day from that point of view. Just see how it improves things for you.
So with that, all right, sounds good.
Oh, we have Marianne. Oh, there's more. Sorry, we are totally making this up as we go along. So that was a moment of we're figuring out what we're doing.
Do you want to go gather while I can do?
Yeah.
All right, go. So we're just going to wrap up and we're going to have a little concluding thing for you. But again, for me, the question that I would ask.
They're ready to get a little.
Oh, they're going to give a little share. So go ahead.
Hi.
Sorry, come on up. Introduce yourselves and go for it.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Moore. I'm a certified life coach, energy healer, public speaker, and author. And I'm here to encourage you to step into your higher self. Back in June, we had the opportunity to sign up to come to Hawaii. And it was something we really prayed heavily about. We're like, is this something we should do? We know we want to step into our higher selves, and we know we want to do mentoring through the Limitless group. So we see this opportunity for Hawaii step up, and the cost was $5,000. And we look at it, we're like, $5,000
How are we going to make that happen? And in fact, like, we were near tears. Who cries about going to Hawaii? Apparently I do, because $5,000 was so sad. I mean, we just had the saddest looks on our face of, like, we go up to Chris and we're like, Chris, we're going to Hawaii. This is really hard on us, but we're going to do it. And Chris looks at us. I mean, like, this is really pathetic. And I'm telling you, that's how pathetic it really is. Chris looks at us, and we weren't the only ones that did this. And he goes, let me tell you a secret. If you think $5,000 is a lot of money, you will never have $5,000. It's like, oh, well, okay, that's not who I want to be, because clearly I am worthy of more than $5,000. I am worthy of a lot more money. And so one thing that Chris taught us is he says how you manifest what you want is through gratitude. You say, thank you for the resources that are coming that allow me to go on this trip. Thank you for the babysitters who have donated their time. Thank you for the solutions that have effortlessly appeared. And that has happened. We've had miracles with regards to finding babysitters at the right time and for everything to fall into place. So the thing is, if you are meant to do something and you know you are to do it, you step into it and you make it happen, trusting that the universe will keep its commitments and its promises to you, and you will have your abundant life.
So, my wife is a very powerful creator. She loves being able to share and help others see that that's really what you need to be doing. I myself have stepped into this in several areas, and again, well, my name's Alex. I do computer programming quite often. That is something that is very reclusive, but I enjoy doing it because it is something that helps people leverage their time and resources to do things more effectively. And that is really what conscious creation is about. Not wasting your time, not spending time worrying or using your time in areas that are just not effective or useful. So stepping into something you know you're supposed to be doing just helps hone your ideas and resources into, this is where I'm going. I have a goal. I'll make it happen.
Awesome.
And if you'd like to learn more about creating abundance and having an abundant life, I'm writing a book called The Prosperity Perspective, and it details my journey into creating over $130,000. You can email me at kirsten.moore@gmail.com, KERSTIN.MOORE@gmail.com, and I'll email you my first chapter.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Pat.
All right, again, the invitation from us is leave a comment with either what your answer was about what your next step is, or just say, I did it, or what you would be doing right now if you were in Hawaii.
You bet. So with that, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time. Hope you can join us in some levels, in some way, in being part of this limitless group, this limitless tribe, as we call it, and finding a community to support you in creating the life that you want, living the dreams that you have, finding the questions that will give you the answers that will actually serve. The answers to the wrong questions don't matter. It's the answers to the questions that make a difference, if they're the right questions. So come join us. We'd love to have you.
Aloha!
Aloha! Have a great week.